Coming up, we'll serve and volley with senior tennis captain Emily Kim. Launch the boats and hit the water with the women of the BU lightweight rowing team. Plus, an inside look at the three-time defending Patriot League champions of the Boston University softball team. All that and more coming your way on BU Terriers Unleashed. Coming into the spring of 2022, expectations are sky high for the Boston University softball team, the three-time defending Patriot League champions. A successful early season road trip against top-level teams across the country has only heightened this group's confidence.
Things are going good. We just got back from our non-conference play, went to North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, and California.
That preseason traveling is one of the best parts of the season. It's something I always tell the freshmen as soon as they get here, that's going to be when we really start to get close and make memories.
And that pitch is swung on and missed. Boston pulls off the upset, defeating number 18, Georgia.
It was a lot of fun. We got to see some really great teams and get some great wins. And we just played who we were and didn't try to be too big and just competed every single pitch, every game.
First pitch, a chopper to short. Ronson on the run makes the play. This left side of the infield is incredible for BU.
We got to see where we match up against these big five teams, and I was really impressed with the caliber that we brought and the elevation in our game.
That's what really allows us to grow as a team and really get us ready for Patriot League.
I think we're all excited to be back in Boston and scoring runs and pitching good.
While the softball team has been one of BU's most successful sports programs in recent years, they've also led the way in the classroom, balancing their on-field excellence with high-level academic achievement.
Our softball team definitely prides ourselves on our academics. It's definitely a priority to get our schoolwork done and do well. I think that's just an extra level of focus that we have that pushes us to do better on the field as well.
Everyone's taking some difficult majors, and it's definitely hard being able to travel and only be here Monday through Wednesday, and it helps us kind of take a step back from softball for a little bit and keep that balance.
Obviously, it's a very highly academic institution, but you're also getting highly competitive athletics, and I think that's something that all of us really enjoy and love being a part of, that we can kind of excel on the field and in the classroom, and just knowing hard work, dedication, and sacrifice is a part of all of it.
You have to be able to do something with your life after, and BU is so great because not only do you get to compete for championships and get to compete on a national level in the NCAA tournament, but you also get to go to one of the most prestigious universities in the country and get a degree that'll take you really far.
As the squad begins their in-conference schedule, they are looking for a fourth consecutive league title, as well as a shot at advancing in the NCAAs. And with 8 returning all-conference players, plus one of the top pitching staffs in the Patriot League, they are primed for success.
The pitching's been great. It's great that we have Allie and Lizzie together. They complement each other very well.
She throws hard, and I come in with the changeup, and especially righty-lefty pitching definitely mixes people up.
And the pitch, that's strike 3 call. 3 up, 3 down, all via the K.
We've been pitching next to each other, obviously, all 3 years. I feel like we are always just talking. We're always learning from each other, and we know we have each other's backs. The dynamic of this whole team is really good. We're really uplifting, and no one wants anyone to fail. We're only trying to elevate everyone. It just makes the whole team better.
Ready to deal. Chopper back and hit Dubois. Done. Makes the play to first. And BU stays beautiful. they've won 3 straight championships. Give them the trophy. The Terriers are the 2021 Patriot League champions.
Those are my best friends, and it's just such a positive environment. Every day we're just grateful to be on the field together.
And all the grinds in the early mornings, at the end of the day, winning that championship, getting that ring, making it to regionals, hearing BU on the selection show Sunday has really made everything so much worth it.
We've had success in the past, and that's definitely leading to something more. We're going for that championship.
The 0-2, line drive, base hit.
We just want to elevate in every single aspect of the game, and that'll hopefully carry us farther in not only this season and the postseason, but following seasons.
Up next, we check in with the very busy Emily Kim, captain of the women's tennis team and pre-med student. Stay with us. Lots more BU Terriers Unleashed coming your way.
I love to be active at the net. Plays really fast, it's action-packed. That's when I play the best because I can look for the shots, close out the point. It's just really exciting and yeah, I love it.
Meet Emily Kim, fifth-year senior and captain of the BU women's tennis team. Emily comes all the way from Plano, Texas, where she was a state champion and one of the most highly prized recruits from the Lone Star State.
I knew I wanted to go out of state, get a new experience for college, and BU ended up being the best balance of athletics and academics for me. Having Leslie as a coach and getting to talk to her too, that was a huge factor in my decision because she made it really clear that she wanted all her athletes to excel both in the classroom and on the court.
I think it's a combination to play Division I tennis and then having outstanding academics. You know, especially someone like Emily is a pre-med major. She came right up to me and said that, BU is one of her top choices because she wants to be in pre-med and she wants to be able to study, but she doesn't want her tennis to suffer either. So she was a great fit and I went right after her.
I think it's really rare to have a coach that encourages you both as a player and a person. So I think having both of those aspects of support has been really great in developing as a tennis player.
Right, sir. Here we go. Here we go. Boston University.
Along with tennis, Emily is a pre-med student, so balancing her academics with athletics has been a challenge. But Boston University and the world-class medical facilities in the city offer a unique opportunity she has taken full advantage of.
My first kind of pre-med experience was being able to do research at BU. I worked in a wet lab for neuroscience and cell biology, actually right down Comm Ave. And so that was my first experience getting kind of that behind-the-scenes science, translational research experience. I think a big part of Boston is actually the Boston hospitals and the medical centers are all amazing. During the pandemic, I was actually able to work at Brigham and Women. Just took the bus from my apartment, so I was able to get a first-hand clinical experience working with people, working with healthcare teams, which is an amazing opportunity. And I was able to kind of help out in a time of need too, and that was really rewarding.
Emily enters this year as the Patriot League's 2021 Scholar Athlete of the Year. And in her final season of BU tennis, she is in a good place. With teammates she cares about, in a city she loves, with a real shot at the Patriot League Championship.
I always tell them when they come in, when I'm recruiting them, that I want this to be the best 4 years of their life. When they graduate, I want them to really think back and say, wow, that was the best, and be proud of the program.
I love Boston. I think that was actually a huge factor for me to stay an extra year. I just really wanted another chance to live in the city again. Having the energy, having the culture of sports too is really exciting. I mean, I say this every year, but I think our team is the strongest it's been. Everyone's just excited to compete and play again. As a captain, that's all I want for my team. I think we play our best when we're enjoying ourselves and competing well and just bringing the energy each week. And I'm really excited to see how the rest of the spring goes.
Austin, here we go! 1, 2, BU!
Looking back, BU was the best place for me to be a student athlete. I was able to go to practice every day. I was able to fit the crazy pre-med schedule classes in my schedule. I've learned so much from the people around me. I really enjoy that about being on the team, and I'm really gonna miss that.
1, 2, go BU!
Coming up, Athletic Director Drew Marrochello talks with Senior Lacrosse Co-Captain Matt Hilburn as BU Terriers Unleashed continues.
Here with Matt Hilburn, a member of our men's lacrosse team. Matt, you've seen a lot in your college career here. What's this year been like? You guys are off to a great start.
This year has been awesome. I mean, I think just from the guys being together in the locker room, us being able to get together off the field, it's really created the bond that you kind of see the product on the field. And like you see us just celebrating and just enjoying the time we have together. Last year we kind of had that taken from us a little bit. We were able to enjoy our time on the field, but now we get to create those bonds outside of that, and you just see it kind of come to fruition.
Physical battle in front. Hilburn, turnaround drive, he scores. Sneaks one past Dawson Friars.
Tell us about your role as captain. How's that been challenging? How's it been invigorating? And how's that helped us to success this year?
It's one of the greatest honors, honestly, to lead these guys. I would like to say that I got 53 brothers. I have a great senior class, and along with Timmy Lay being my other captain, we're able to really find a core group of leaders. I can kind of put a lot on them. And I guess the guys have really bought into our senior class and just kind of given it one last run here.
Talk about that a little bit. I always say that leadership doesn't just come from the top, it comes from the whole. You just alluded to the fact that the team has a bunch of leaders on it. Speak a little bit more about the culture of leadership.
Yeah, I mean, having such a large team, it's tough to kind of hear one voice or two voices. And with kind of our sport being so spread out in different positions, it's great to have like senior mentors in each spot and have so many outlets for young guys to kind of reach out to. And I give them all the credit. They've been doing such a great job.
Dished out in front, behind the back, they score! Vince D'Alto with a pretty looking finish.
Your team seems like a really tight-knit group. How have the coaches fostered that environment?
We have 5 pillars, so we go off of those, and family is one pillar that we've really taken pride as a team in. With that, it just means to like look out for every single guy. We just get to know each other on like a really personal basis, and it helps us so much on the field because you would do anything for the guy that you know what's going on in his life, you know like what he's going through on the day-to-day, and you know the sacrifices he makes to the team. So that just makes us such a tight unit.
We've had a number of sets of brothers who've come through BU, and certainly the Hilburn family is very important as a name in Boston University lacrosse.
Shot, score! Tie game! Ryan Hilburn for the Terriers.
How did Ryan's experience shape your decision to come to Boston University?
He honestly didn't push me too hard. He kind of wanted me to make my own decision. I just kind of got to watch him and his experience here and just really like see all the great moments he had and the team and the friends that he built here. But it seemed that all roads kind of led back to BU, and I just had my brother to kind of give me advice as I went through it and had a little head start on everybody else.
Right in front of the goal, Matt Hilburn.
Men's lacrosse has a formalized mentorship program and certainly a culture of mentorship in place, largely due to that program, but somewhat due to the sport as well. But tell us what your experience as a mentee has been, what it's meant to you, and when you become a mentor eventually, what are you going to pass on to fellow mentees?
I think that our mentorship program is extremely important solely based on the fact that we have such a young group of alumni that they offer so much advice in the young professional field. It's really cool to see them have so much pride in being a part of BU lacrosse. So I know you had the opportunity to play football at Wesleyan. Do you stay in touch with a lot of your friends from Wesleyan?
You know, and you're certainly younger, and you'll see this at some point, and you'll look back. These will be lifelong connections. That's one of the great byproducts of intercollegiate athletics.
What advice would you have for us kind of as we start to build our network?
I think networking to some people is who can get me a job right now, and I don't see networking as that. I see networking as who can help you, who can mentor you, who can give you advice. It's about helping you for lifelong success. It's about helping you move forward, and it's about giving you some opportunities, really by virtue of your connections and your playing experience that some others don't have.
I think when guys kind of see that there are a lot of members of the BU lacrosse family, whether they played club or varsity level, it comes to a surprise, honestly, that you have so many people to reach out to and kind of connect over BU lacrosse. And I just feel comfortable going into the workspace that I'm going to have somebody a part of BU lacrosse that will help me out down the road.
Don't go anywhere. We love that dirty water here on BU Terriers Unleashed. And next up, the student athletes of the lightweight rowing team will show you why.
I don't think that people understand how hard it is. From the sidelines, it looks very graceful, but once you're in the boat, everyone is just going so hard.
You see, you know, that clip of the race where a few seconds and it's just like, oh, that's so cool. They're so in sync. Like, it looks so easy.
If you're not in sync, the boat will feel heavy, and it's a heavy boat. So you feel the weight of the boat, but when you're in sync, you literally feel like you're flying. So it's kind of an incredible thing that everyone is moving at exactly the same speed with the same power, everything, yeah.
The BU lightweight rowing team was established in 2012 and fields boats with 2, 4, and 8 rowers. This version of rowing limits the weight of all competitors to broaden the sport's accessibility. For women, no athletes can weigh over 130 pounds, which means success comes down to teamwork and technique.
Before each race, I have to step on a scale and be under 130 pounds. We're built smaller, so it gives us an opportunity to race with girls that are closer in size to us. Rowing really is about physics. Force is mass times acceleration. We have less mass, so we're not going to be able to produce the same amount of force. So it just really evens the playing field.
The major difference, I would say, is we use a lot more of our technical ability on the water as opposed to raw power that comes with like extra weight.
So we talk a lot about leverage points and how can we use the most of our weight to hang off the oar, get the leverage, get the speed and power that we need. And it also, you know, requires us to be very agile with our stroke and just focus on a little bit more technical things to just kind of squeeze out all that extra speed that we can get.
Its first decade as a program has been highly successful, with 4 national runner-up finishes and a pair of Eastern Sprints titles. The home of the lightweight rowing team and all the crew teams at BU is the beautiful DeWolf Boathouse, located on the Cambridge side of the Charles River at the starting line of the world-famous Head of the Charles Regatta. Dedicated in 1999, it has room for more than 100 shells, world-class training facilities, plus some spectacular views of the BU campus and Boston skyline.
I love this boathouse. I think it's so beautiful, and whenever I bring my parents here or friends here, they're just so amazed to see everything about it, and it's so special to be like right on the Charles and training under the Boston skyline. It's really so beautiful.
We're really lucky that we don't have to like travel to go to our boathouse. It's right there. We see it as BU is just along Com Ave. We see the river all day long, even when we're not at the boathouse.
I can come here and train on my own. We have ergs, all the boats here. We have a bunch of different equipment and a lot of space too that allows all 3 teams to really work together and train under one roof, which is pretty cool to not have segmented teams and just be one full rowing team here at BU.
The team culture is incredible. Like, I've never been on a team like this.
The best part has been the support from my teammates. They are all my best friends, and I really feel like there's nothing quite like this team. All 3 teams are really close here, and that's a really, really cool environment.
The successful lightweight rowing program and top-of-the-line boathouse also come with high expectations in the classroom for all these student athletes. It's a philosophy that has been embraced by this team and continuously passed down over the years.
Since I got to BU, I have been told to prioritize my academics, and that's exactly what I've done. Being a senior on this team and having a good GPA just shows the underclassmen what they should strive to do, and that's the way that I felt as an underclassman. Was all of the seniors were so smart and so intelligent, and I just wanted to be exactly like them.
I think, our commitment to academics and athletics says a lot about our program, and we're just really dedicated and determined to the sport of rowing. We excel on the water, but we excel in the classroom.
I think our commitment to the team and to the school is unlike anywhere else. We have a really great coaching staff here, just an amazing team, and everyone knows what we're here for, and everyone knows that the goal at the end of the season is to win that IRA championship, and that's what every single girl is working towards.
As they cross with a 2-length victory over the Boston College Eagles.
That'll do it for this episode, but we'll be back soon with another behind-the-scenes look at Boston University athletics. See you next time, right here on BU Terriers Unleashed.